gonna behave. I'm gonna open up this PDF that presumably.
Do you remember when we were talking about how we never do audio jokes?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you type it. Okay, new segment, podcast, new segment.
Those one by one. All right. Yeah. Here's Patch Note Party. Here's this really useful PDF that I'm assuming everyone was supposed to see.
Yeah, it is. This is fine. This is welcome to it's placeholder art now, which is why it contains an Adobe stock image of a stethoscope.
Hell fucking yeah, really.
Welcome to Patch Note Party. If you're seeing this on the YouTube, you can check us out on Display for Game Live at the YouTube or the Twitch channel KnTElixar, and also here on this YouTube channel. We're live on most Saturdays. Come through. Anyway, Patch Note Party is a new little project we've been working on where sometimes I feel like people get kind of nostalgic for their favorite cards. Digimon's 5 years old right now, as is Last Kizuna, which I was recently reminded of, and it upset me. And if you have enjoyed Digimon over the 5 years, chances are you have a card that you love. Oh no, that take was really good. That's fine. Don't even worry about it.
No, you keep going.
Awesome. Yeah, chances are you have a card you like that you don't get to use that much anymore because it might be kind of doo-doo. Or maybe it was a card that you loved from the franchise, but it let you down. Here at Patch Note Party, we give out stars, which is why the confetti is stars, to our collaborators here, our folks at the clinic, who are going to help us patch some cards. The way this works is we all get to supply the context and 3 changes. So, for example, shall we use our first card that I've provided as the example?
Ooh, what?
We've got BT4048 War Greymon from a short-lived yellow shrink pile that my good friend Terry really likes.
Short-lived. That format was like a summer long, bro.
No, I mean like it didn't get any more future support. I guess yellow.
Yeah, not direct. It's not like, okay, not to be like pedantic about it. I remember some of the Sylphie piles played it, like BT8 Sylphie decks played it, but like that's about it.
Generically good yellowish.
Yeah, it was a generic yellow guy. Anyway.
So this card's not been good for a little while, and if you're my friend Terry, who again this inspired my choice, I'm sorry to have to tell you that the card's not been good for a little while. The card
sucks,
but the card's been bad since Guitaros one came out, and even that's a stretch. But our job here as part of the Patch Note team is we're going to be providing the context for a card and giving it 3 changes. So we get 3 choices. We can give it or take away a keyword. We can give it or change. You can like add or subtract or just change values on the card. So play cost, digivolution, DP, any shrinks, any pops, anything like that. Any thresholds that require a value in a digit sense. That's what we're doing. We can change or remove text as like a text effect. So like any one paragraph of an effect with the trigger, or like a black Digivolution box for cards that are a little old that need some love. And the last thing is we can add or remove color factors. So cards that can ignore color things, changing the color on the card, anything like that. But it's all conditional on context. So I would say, I like this War Greymon. I would like for it to be usable in Greymon, and I would say I would love a black evolution box that says evolves over level 5s with Greymon in the name.
And that would be
one of my 3 choices. That would be I was considering that one a text effect because it's like a new prompt of text on the thing, like how Digivolution boxes work in BT8.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the idea. Welcome to the Patch Note Party.
Let's go.
We don't have to use this one as a burner. I have catered our list today somewhat to my own taste, somewhat to our channel members. Thank you very much to everyone who's a channel member for youtube.com/KnTElixar. There's a members channel in the Discord that helps submit suggestions for this. So if you're interested and you have an old card that you like, consider being a channel member, and I will be sifting through your submissions.
And if you are a channel member but you can't connect your YouTube to Discord, just message me and I will manually assign you the fun stuff. So you can be part of the Cool Kids Club and get random pictures of my cat in weird bags that she doesn't belong in.
Yeah, it's been a busy week here in this play. So shall we? Do you guys have any takes on BT4 War Greymon? It would be really funny to my friend Terry if we didn't actually do this card and we just moved on.
No. As somebody who gets fucking not bullied but harassed by Terry on the regular, I'll fix his card for him. Number 1.
What context are you giving this? What are you changing it to be in?
Context as in like run that back.
So the idea is you get your 3 points to change something, but you have to say why you're changing it, or like what deck you would want it playable in.
Oh, I see.
So For context, the deck that this would probably go in would be like, it would be a near OTK deck. Like, do you know the EX5 Mitama support, like Repamon and Kirinmon? This card would be for that deck.
Like a yellow Vac OTK.
Yeah, like it would be like yellow Vac OTK, like Super Glass Cannon, like turn 2, just like swing out and like burst your opponent down.
Hell yeah.
0 protection, just pure aggression. Especially with Volder Arm, like you'd go like swing this motherfucker, like a bunch of damage, and then Volder Arm on top of this, and like call it a game plan. So for that, if we look at that package, you play the Kiaromon that gives you jamming, so you don't need any DP modifying changes. So I can save a point on that. Like I don't need to change any values because it evolves for 3, which is fine, and the 11k DP genuinely does not matter. So I would first give it a keyword. If I'm correct, let me open up card dev, or any
of your favorite scorchers here.
Yeah, any of your favorite ones. I need to read Repamon. So let me open up EX5. What was the picture for EX5? Oh, Animal Coliseum. Wow, that's fucking blows. Anyway,
so real for that.
You already have the DP minus stuff from the Repamon. And the rep would give you -2, right? Because you'd go swing Repa reduces evolution cost by 2, so then you can go into Kirin, then Kirin trashes 1 to unsuspend for a cost of 1. So then you can training into this guy, you've dealt a damage. First I would give him sec attack +1. I want to put my opponent to 0 security.
Good choice.
It would just, because you swing 1 with Repa, unsuspend, then evolve into, unsuspend with Kirin, then evolve into this. Then you can go 2 checks, 2 checks. Your opponent is at 0 security.
So that's your first point of your 3. So that's your first piece for the patch note.
Secondly, I would give him a evolve clause where, would I put do I want like a red Greymon deck to use this, or like a black base?
Can I hit you with the mix-up? I think this could hella be an adventure card.
Yeah, we can make this an adventure card. We'll do that. We'll add like a...
So he's adventure, Dragon King.
Yep. Vaccine yellow.
Vaccine yellow. Now it has sec +1. So adventure, sec +1, which means that, like, if you want to... Yeah, if you want to do alliance shenanigans with that, like, because some of your stuff gives you alliance, you can...
Pretty cool.
You still get a lot of damage. And then the final thing, would I change color?
You can also add, or like, you don't have to get rid of yellow.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, I could add a color, right? So what evil 7s could I put on top of this?
I like it. It unsuspends, right? So you just turn it.
I was gonna say, you guys would be surprised when I was concocting the rules for this. Adding blue makes a lot of cards really good.
No, you can't do blue because I'm giving it sec attack +1. I don't want to kill my opponent like with an OTK. I want to burst my opponent down to like very little to no security. If I make it blue, you put Blitz Omni on top and that's game. That's like incredibly unfair.
Okay, fair.
Like training plus Repamon is OTK. That's like...
Okay, that means it can't be red either for that thing.
Yeah, it can be red either. If I make it green, do I get anything out of making it green?
You could make it black and make a sepia color search.
Yeah.
And more Greymons are black.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just like add another keyword. I think like
barrier.
So I was thinking that like the roots, like Marcio took, like you can either try and save on it by like giving it jamming through the line, or you either put jamming.
I know what I would give it.
Go on.
Fortitude. So if
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So if you get sacked in security by like a security bomb,
is this the first Fortitude Digimon with no on play?
Yeah. It's actually so funny, right? Because it just like has no on play, but it has Fortitude.
Fortitude and Rush.
you could make it when attacking also an on play if you really wanted to.
You want to just have it burn 1 unsuspend.
Yeah. No, I would give it Fortitude because the most annoying thing about like the Repamon deck and the Kirin deck is if you get hit by a security bomb, you don't actually have any protection. At least this way, you just don't deal as much damage and you can still cash in on your War Greymon and put something on top of it, or like use it as like an ace fodder.
I actually do like that a lot because I was thinking like you either give it barrier or jamming, or you have it so the -6 KDP is also hit security for -6, because then you beat over everything that isn't exactly a 16k body in security.
Yeah.
Which
In
are all
my
like
head-
cute ways, but Fortitude's way cooler.
In my
Fortitude's
head,
hilarious.
in my head, like that shell of like Kiaro, Rappa, and Kirinmon, they already give you all the things that you don't need to put on this card, because you get the extra -2 from the Rappa, you get the Kirin ESS, the Unsuspend, you have the jamming. This card just needs Sec Attack +1. What did I say? Sec Attack +1, Fortitude, and Adventure Tag. So then the new stuff can make use of this card.
Yeah, I dig it.
I love that.
I dig it.
Adventure Tag also lets you give it Rush, which is pretty sweet. So you give it Rush on attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Fortitude Rush.
Fortitude Blocker.
Yeah, Fortitude
That's
Blocker.
sick.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, I love that.
Mamma mia.
He cooked with that one, chat. Listen, I'm gonna rip the band-aid off of my discoveries early. There are a whole lot of Digimon that you can break with removing once per turns and giving them Fortitude and Rush. I had that problem a lot when I was coming up with the rules for this game.
No,
You thought Melgo was annoying before it had Rush? Wait till you see Melgo with Rush.
No,
also, War Greymon's back.
I'm going to try like keep the cards like in spirit to like what the deck wants to do. Tom, take it away.
Okay, so it's not all War Greymon, chat. I just wanted to have a couple of cards in here for me. I have catered some of this first week of Patch Note Party to my co-hosts, of course. So there will be some cards in here that Andrew and Marcio are a big fan of. But BT1 War Greymon was my original favorite Digimon card the first times I played this game. I really started going to locals in BT6, but I was collecting cards as early as BT5 when the starter deck got announced. So this is my dude. And if I've said anything on the podcast, it's that I wake up in the night to hunt down SecCon players. It's my jam. War Greymon, I think you could do a couple things to fix this card.
I bet I know what the first one is.
I would add a keyword when attacking to that top effect.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
This dude needs when digivolving, when attacking, security attack +1. Not once per turn. So this is a potentially 3-check Digimon that ignores option cards. It's balanced by having a 3 evolution cost and 11k, which is quite small for a Greymon, guys.
In Greymon, well, yeah, it's so small in Greymon.
It's a little deck. Second effect, something I've been wanting to experiment with, is a evolves over. Sorry, this is a text effect change. A black evolution box to evolve over Greymon in name. I think it would be really cool if this had potential to go over like this new Alliance Greymon that we've got, so that like the Alliance stuff could play with this. I think that could be pretty sweet. Skull Greymon over this thing would be cool. That's kind of where I'm feeling with it right now. And then the third check, I think realistically, it doesn't need a ton to be like super solid. So I'm thinking as well, it could just have the Yu Yakuga text of just like option cards don't work on it one turn when it digivolves.
Fair. That is absolutely not where I thought that was going. I thought your first change for sure was you were gonna put a full stop after the word skills in that second effect. I thought you were just gonna say this Digimon doesn't activate security skills. Full stop, end the sentence. And there's like that, yeah, kill the tamers as well. That's where I absolutely thought this was going.
I wanted to try and keep it in Greymon flavor because like the deck's already got Hades Force and Black War Grey and stuff. Like it doesn't need a ton of help dealing with tamer cards. But it is funny that of all the decks in the game that randomly got option card hate, they gave it to Greymon after this dude was the first War Greymon in a main set. I was like, we got to keep that flavor. And it's been a little while since we had a real ass like Greymon one banger. Some people have said that the starter deck Greymon is finally fading away into the night, and you can't really justify playing a dude that only evolves over red to level 3 instead of name Agumon. But love that. I would buff this all the way up. I think 2 security extra damage and ignoring the security control stuff. Very based, very in flavor for Greymon. So those are my changes. So to recap, first one, adding a keyword. Second one, adding the evolution box. And then third one, immunity for the one digivolving. So that's, I guess, 3 text effects and 2 text effects and a keyword.
Oh, sorry, that's a separate when digivolving.
Yeah, when digivolving for the option immunity, just like Yu Yakuga. I'm taking Yu Yakuga. I'm adding the keyword when attacking, not once per turn. And I am adding the text box evolves over Greymon level 5s.
Mm-hmm.
I like that you have
Cinema.
When attacking, not once per turn. Not because like Greymon not really known to fully unsuspend generally, but I like that you've just left it there just in case some other red hate pile.
Oh,
like...
no, sorry. It's so that you can get it on the turn you digivolve.
Oh, I see.
No, sorry, on the turn that you didn't digivolve.
No, and the turn you did. So
Yeah,
on the
so
turn
if you're
you
training
did,
into
it's
this,
3
when
damage.
digivolving, sec +1. When attacking, give me an extra
Gain
check.
another one. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's fair, actually. Yeah, no, I was thinking you were just like, hey, but if Savior makes you unsuspend, let me hit 5.
It keeps some of its red staple stuff in that this card would just get jobbed by Veemon. You'd have to play a real control deck instead of security control. But maybe that's for the best. Anyway, you guys got anything you'd like to tweak on the patch note party?
Nah.
I think I agree with Andrew. Like, I feel like if we really wanted to, like, you know, just for old time's sake, we could just like.
I don't know about that delicate plan.
Yeah, just like option cards. No, just full
security.
No security.
Hey, they keep printing level 4s that come out of security, man. Maybe there is some truth to that.
Yeah, I think it'd be really funny. You don't lose to a Magna randomly. It'd also maybe stop people just turning into like, what's the cheapest Wargrey that turns into Wargrey X?
I guess it would be this.
Yeah,
no, I mean the Ace, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking.
No. Well, because this is really good with the X, because you'd go when digivolving gain a security, then when attacking
then X
gain another security, and then an X antibody. Yeah. So then your Wargreymon X is dealing like 3 damage.
Does Wargreymon X?
No, sorry.
Does it have Delicate Plan built in?
No, it just gains memory when security cards are removed.
You could deal 5 damage basically, because you'd have the Greymon sec attack plus, and then the Metal Greymon X sec attack as well.
Yeah, in my head, like I said, I was trying to keep it flavored to things that the Greymon deck has done. So like the extra security damage is essentially analogous to how we used to have to use the red tie, and without red tie, we don't have that damage. So, Wargreymon BT1, given a little coat of paint.
Yeah, I like it.
There's a fun patch.
This
is our first member submission.
What?
He died.
Oh my god!
You got muted.
Oh, I got muted.
No, you're back.
You have.
But yeah, this was
say that again.
I got so excited I cut my own mic out. Thank you to Chava. She submitted our first member submission here for Patch Note Party. So this is for you, Chava. We're going to talk about how to make Hell Scythe work a little better. It has, I will give it this, fallen out of the meta for both of these colors.
I want Andrew to patch this one. I want to know how he thinks.
He's getting under the hood.
I want to hear his thoughts.
I think step 1.
That's the Bogger test.
No, I think step 1 is I think this thing should. Okay, so I've got 2 thoughts. One of them is just to make it linger. And just turn it into Megalospark, like a 2-color Megalospark. The other option would be to turn the -6 into 2 -3s. I think it should be able to. I think it should play the body first, and then for each angel do -3, because then because the main thing is, because of how DP minus works, the shrink before the play doesn't get you round stuff like Pomu, because it's at 0 DP and still processing the cards. So Hellscythe doesn't beat Pomu in these situations. So we should stop pretending that it can beat Pomu in this situation, and it should scale. Like, if you're spending 6 to not be able to play, any of the modern angel cards now, maybe it should scale. It means that when you bring back Magna Angemon, it only does -3 rather than hitting something for -6 and then giving you a free recover +1 twat. I think scaling, if you manage to assemble a boatload of cats pop out as security, and maybe the Greymon player's like, all right, I'm swinging, you get cat, flame Hellscythe, maybe they should explode.
So would you call that I would consider that a text change?
I would do 2 text changes. I would move the play a purple or yellow Digimon to the front and make it -3 for every body that you have on board.
Or 3+3, so that way you get the effect.
Yeah, we'll do 3+3, so that way it's like minimum 6.
Congratulations, you've made a really broken Spiral Masquerade.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. But it's 2 colors, so like it's a little bit more awkward to set up. Like, hey, if Lord Knight wants to play both yellow and purple to play their Spiral Masquerade, Let him have it.
Good thing you still have one pick to make it a better Spiral Masquerade.
Also, I'm taking the security effect. The security effect can just
At the end.
A rare balance change to nerf a card. I love the hater energy.
No, I
Hold
just
that
wanna,
one for the next card as well.
I want to balance I want to make the card playable from hand. I do not want it to be another stupid sacky thing. Because remember, this is still playing from trash.
Yeah, if this card did not have a security effect, I think we could just say it shrinks 4K intervals then. I think shrinking 12 is pretty easy. Yeah.
Or,
so it's 4 plus 4
hear me
plus
out,
4.
hear me out. We make it cost 7.
Ooh.
Oh,
so you can do some dumb stuff with it? Yeah, great.
Wait, but you can do dumb stuff with it. It's 6 anyway, so.
No, but like, do you not want Beelstar to cast this?
No, I don't actually.
Okay, fair enough.
He is not buffing it that much.
I would like, I think either 4+4 is fine, or we stick with the 3s.
Security.
I think the security effect still needs to have the fundamentals. I think it should still be able to play maybe an Angel or Fallen Angel.
Yeah, it should still be Angel support.
Okay, so what you're saying...
-6.
Okay, so this gets checked. They play out a level 5 ace, then the ace gets its on play, and then that ace, it becomes then another ace threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
well,
it's
that's Angels.
That's actually worse.
He's making it modern. Like, this is an Angels card now, not a Setcon card.
This playing out Angelwoman Ace is worse. I don't think.
No, I still think we put the DP cap on it. I don't think it should play Magna Angemon.
Okay, cool. No, I'm back in.
I don't think it should play Magna Angemon Ace. I think that's diabolical.
Yeah, make it an Angels card. I love that.
Yeah, I like the idea of playing like a Fallen Angel. You put a DP cap on it, and then sure, it gets to shrink an idiot or something. I just don't think it should activate main if we're buffing the main. I think it should do close to what it currently does, if not the exact same thing that it does. But it's one of those really annoying ones where you write out the full effect text that basically is just main, but slightly different.
Yeah, like the touch toned down version.
Like all of the Demon Wolf stuff where they're like, it just says the main effect, but it doesn't put it in the battle area.
Yeah. That would be cool. Oh, dude, what if it was a delay?
I literally was about
What if this is a balanced reinforcement?
What if it's like you pay 6 to shrink something?
There were, again, I don't want to rant about the behind the scenes of Patch Note Party, but there were a lot of cards where I was like, oh, if I just give this a security effect, it's really good. And that was something I had to resist a lot.
Wait, actually, that's way cooler. Like, you split this card in half where it's like shrink and then delay effect, play any Fallen Angel or thing. Then you're still getting your free body.
Congratulations. You've also power grabbed Rise of the 3-Gate Angels.
Look, no one's playing that. So unless Rise of the 3-Gate Angels is the next card, I don't want to hear it.
It's in the folder. I'll put it that way.
Let me fix that one. Oh, I can make it so good, bro.
Oh, actually, okay. So that's Flame Hellside. Thank you very much, channel member Chava, for the submission. We appreciate you very much. The next card is a Marcio. I set him up. I put the little T-ball bat in. Marcio, how would you fix this?
Oh my God, dude. Okay, for number one, we're gonna give you the party. Number one. You're getting the Kabu clause. You're unaffected if sideways. Fucking hell, man. This card, it like frustrates me to no end. They were like, we're designing bug cards in the near future. Let's release one now that is just not good and not helpful. This card never saw play. This card sucks. They could have waited 6 months. Like, they could have waited I would say a year, okay? Like, bugs in BT11, we were not pressed for playable cards, okay? So first of all, it would be an effect.
A text effect, right?
Text effect, Kabu clause, which is basically if this Digimon is sideways, it's unaffected by your opponent's Digimon effects. Remind me. Let me reread the when Digivolving.
Can I throw you a bone here? I was really hoping. Actually, I'll let you finish yours because I like Andrew. I have some expectations of what you might say here.
So when Digivolving if it has Herc or X antibody, return one suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. If nothing, you paid 4 to evo this guy. It does nothing.
Fuck off. Okay, so then we're going to add an effect. We're going to first add when Digivolving as well as when attacking. I think it's we need very important when attacking. Okay,
yep. That's another keyword. So that's 2.
would I is it better to have it be a when attacking in the first place, or when digivolving when attacking? Do I need this as a when digivolving? Big thing.
I mean, it would turn it a 1-cost Evo that then spins 2 if you had a like locked down board, which is cool, but isn't the idea that you're supposed to just pierce through the stuff that's sideways?
Let me think. Because in an ideal world, right, the context that I want this card in is I need to ramp up the damage that like bug deals. So I need this card to do I want this to bot deck suspended tamers, actually? That'll be like...
You literally, that's so funny. That's exactly what I thought you were going to put on this card.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
Gran
100%
Quagga
thought that.
fucking sucks, and it's
This
like a dog
thing
card.
gets Shine of B power.
So, okay, change number 1, Kabu Claws. Change number 2... No, I need to think about this. Okay, I'm... Evolving this for 4 doesn't actually matter, because you have Modi. Like, with the context of Modi, 4 doesn't matter, because it means that, like, I raise a level 5 and I choke at 1.
You have Bug Vortex.
Yeah, I have Bug Blitz, Bug Vortex. And in the context that you promote Herc, or like Herc makes it back to you, you go, Herc suspend something, give this power. Then you can evolve into this, suspend... Well, no, this doesn't suspend. This bot deck's a suspended thing, which at that point, it means like you don't have something to fucking swing into. So that's why you need that Sec Attack Plus to actually pressure security. So... what if I just like make this unsuspend?
I kind of like that. I think it'd be weird with your bug claws.
I feel like it'd have to be an end of attack on suspend, maybe.
No, because you don't want to end your turn with Bug Blitz and then make yourself unprotected. That would be pretty
like,
anti-synergy.
This card needs to be like, it needs to punish the opponent for not playing into you. Like, they didn't give me something. I'm going to like punish them by like
dealing a lot of security.
Yeah. That's kind of funny.
Ooh.
That's kind of sick, right? Because it goes down face down. Nobody knows what that card is. Kind of flavor too.
Yeah. No. Well. Okay. Bug Claws. Then maybe the when digivolving is fine. Maybe I don't need to like. Maybe I don't need to do anything else. We'll just go. The when digivolving is fine. So far one thing we'll do. I like Andrew's approach of like end of attack. No.
End of attack. End of attack you may. It allows you to like swing through, hit a security Digimon and go, cool, didn't ask, and then unsuspend. You can choose like if you're keeping turn, you end unsuspend and then you just dome them again.
I think that's the correct way to go about it. It's end of attack if the opponent doesn't have a Digimon or a suspended Digimon. Do I want suspended or no suspended?
Whilst they have no suspended, Digimon allows you to play on an empty board.
Yeah, we'll do that. If the opponent doesn't have like a suspended Digimon, then you get an unsuspend. So then that way you can go for like a lot more damage. Or it means that like you can X evolve, like you can go like swing Herc into something, then X evolve into this, pierce over something else, bot deck another thing, end of attack they don't have anything, you then unsuspend. And then that way you can like you've dealt piercing, you've done burn 1, pierce 1, unsuspend 2 more checks. I think that's how I'm gonna go about it. And then final thing, I want this card to be useful for both Herc Ace as well as BT15 Herc. Those cards are like really important for like bug flavor because both of those cards give you piercing and power. Well, no, one of them doesn't give you power, but it gives you piercing and a suspend, whereas like the other one, well, no, the Ace is better, but like the Ace doesn't have the Kabu clause. So I want to be able to protect my overflow. Mm-hmm. So it means that like Herc Ace would actually be good for this card as well.
Yeah.
So the last thing that I want for this,
can I throw you a bone? Can I hit you with the thing I was thinking? This card gets the Nature Spirit tag.
I'll allow it.
It's kind of saucy.
I'll allow it. I think Nature Spirits could benefit from. Wait. So how would this be good in the context of Nature Spirits? Actually,
this means it gives you something a little bit more proactive than just making Eldorati beat down, and it makes your opponent.
Sorry, I got it. When Digivolving, if the opponent doesn't have a Digimon, give them a token. Suspend the token.
A carapace token.
Give them fucking Izzy's like furry folder, okay? Izzy's like in whatever token you I don't know, man. We'll go with like
prodigious token.
Is Izzy on 4chan? We'll give your opponent a Pepe. We'll give your opponent a Pepe token, junk mail token. Yeah, junk mail token from the Diablo movie. If the opponent doesn't have a thing, they get a thing. Oh my god. Oh, I was gonna be so upset if I didn't remember that. Oh, you almost got me with the nature spirit thing.
I really wanted
really
to see
cool.
if I could get you. I'm really surprised you're not on the bot deck in Tamers. I for sure thought you were gonna get some like Shiny Beat. I love this new card. Really cool. I would play it.
So the Shiny Beat thing would make a lot of sense, but I was like, Bugs need something, and I was like, oh, I need something to swing into. There we go. Protection, unsuspend, give them a token. Perfect card, no notes.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool.
That's Hercules Terriermon patched. Speaking of patching.
Yeah, I figured this would happen.
Wait, no, hold on. Actually, scroll back up. I just realized because he bought Dex. wait, no, because he bought Dex a suspended thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so it would. Okay, we'll give them a token that is, we'll give an unsuspended token. There we go. So then it doesn't clash with the existing when Digivolving. So then like you actually have to suspend that thing. But I will still take giving.
Very sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll still want like my opponent to have something, even if it's like start of main or whatever. Like it doesn't matter. Token. Yeah, that's it. We're done. Unsuspend the token. There we go. A patch note.
It lets you use your suspend effects too. That's pretty.
Yes,
sweet.
yes. That's it. All right, cool.
All right. Spoilers. Andrew knows what he's patching.
Yeah, I mean, credit where credit's due. Bandai, Loki,
they gave it a shot at patching this card.
They're in your hard drive, man. They know because they put
maybe
out,
I'm in their walls. How do you think about that?
Yeah, you know what? I'll just gotta quickly bring up the new Flamethrower just so I don't just make the new flame. Because one of the things that's pretty cool about the new one is that it's got an unsuspend and it's now it doesn't die to ruin, which is pretty important.
That's massive. DP for the turn. Oh, sorry, until end of opponent's turn.
Yeah. So one of the immediate. Where did this? One of the things that now that we have a DP gain Veemon that kind of puts us out of die to ruin threshold. I mean, to be fair, you're still getting cooked. I think they've done everything I wanted to do. We've got raid. The only thing that this can maybe have now is it's definitely designed to crash into bodies. I feel is the idea. It swings over a lot of
raid.
What?
Can I? I'm kind of surprised
you could do lowest. You instead of raiding into the highest, you could make a thing that makes it swing into the lowest.
It's just a new keyword. I hadn't even thought we'd go there when I came up with this idea.
Yeah, and honestly, Tom, if we'd got this out 2 weeks ago, this would be so much easier. But the fact that the promo Flamedramon was custom card I designed, but they took retail off me and gave me security burn instead. And I was like, you know what? My fault.
I thought for sure thought you'd just give this thing pick up a security.
No, because I don't want to make
that could be Flamedramon.
I just don't want to make that. No, because the Flamedramons will do different things. One of them is swing for 8k. One of them is swing for 8k and unsuspend if the attack target changes, but we don't have raid or collision, so I don't know how that's supposed to work. And then one of them is just I'm crashing, pick up a security. So I'm just trying to figure out what would I want the fourth Flamon in my Flamedramon box. Fuck Magnamon, my Flamedramon toolbox. What does it do? Blitz. I could see that. Fuck it, give it Vortex. No, this guy wants to fight.
I saw. So actually, this is funny. We talk about this when I was putting together the list of cards. I was watching. Marcy and I have been discussing Omnimon recently. I've been thinking a lot about Secret Greymon, and another card I've not included on this week's patch note party is there are other armor forms that are I would say a little underloved, right? When was the last time you guys got hyped over Nefertimon? Pegasusmon needs a little bit of love. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't.
Sure. My point is they should have effects that are like their courage, right? So Flamedramon gets the courage. How gas would it be is if, how Secret Greymon pops a guy with less DP? this dude could bot deck a guy with less DP.
I feel like
Or bounce a guy.
the problem I have with
Or-
it is that he has predominantly always been red first. So if we were going to go into red flavor, I would kind of want
DP
him
is
to.
red flavor.
Yeah, I'd kind of want him to pop. Like, what
Hear
if
me
he-
out. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
Or you have the power to go into the reference book and turn him into Flamedramon X Antibody, and then you can make him evolve over
you
like
could
whatever you
give it
want.
the X antibody tag as a text piece. That is a thing you can do. I did not anticipate that being. We'd have to get like think of the cool boy chains.
Okay, so my
could-
first thing that
Or you can make him evolve over like an existing armor. Like if your armor didn't like purge, you could just put him on top of like an existing armor.
That's gas.
I would. Okay, we've got it.
Okay, listening.
We are gonna put take the new Davis end of attack.
Mhm.
Put that as an end of attack. Like if
That's
he hits
awesome.
security,
Peak,
if he
peak.
hits security, he's like, my job here is done. He turns back
Peak.
into Veemon just like he does at the end of the show, and then they go fuck around and he turns into a different armor. That's it. Because like Flamedramon sometimes gets too big and lives the security check, and you have to armor texture. So what if we're just like he's like, I'm out, switches back, and just like
That's his
And-
blue flavor
so
too.
end of
'cause he doesn't
attack-
suspend.
yeah.
End of attack, unsuspend, then purge, right?
Yeah. End of attack,
Okay.
unsuspend, and purge. It plays really well with the new Veemon because it means you'll get your reduction again. It means if you push a Flamedramon out of Raising, you've got access to promo Veemon Evo for the first time. So
Oh.
that plays really cute.
Great first change. Oh, are we calling that one a
I wanna
keyword
put
or a
this-
text?
I think that's just text, right? Like, you just do end
Yeah,
of
that
attack,
makes more
whatever the
sense.
fuck Davis's keyword says.
Sounds good. I call that one text. Text is probably a little overpowered as far as bounds changes go, but like for this week, I don't care. That's a sick text change.
It's a little thing. I would kind of like to give it modern armor Evo, where it is generic 3-cost Evo over red blue, because that is a thing that's really frustrating about old armors. When you look at all the new armors now, you pay the 2-color tax and it evolves over its 2 colors. The Flamedramon and the old like armors not having that, I think, whack. So my whole theme for this week is trying to make cards modern. So give it evolves over red blue, as well as like it currently has its 2-cost
Remember-
Veemon.
Remember Ruin mode. Would we not want this card to die to? Maybe you want to up the DP by a smidge.
I mean, the
Maybe we
Veemon's
just
gonna
fully
die.
hate Secret Greymon.
If this thing dies, it's like if it purges, it's dying to ruin mode anyway. Like I don't.
Oh, I
Demi,
suppose.
if
Yeah,
Demi
yeah, yeah.
V is in the sources, the inherit gives you enough to survive ruin mode.
Yeah, because you like with Demi V and Veemon, you're 8k body native. The when attacking puts you for the turn up to 11. So even if you purge back down, you'd still just barely skirt a ruin mode, I think. No, you wouldn't.
Is there a way to make this thing? Because all the Demi Veemon.
You want to give it more power. You can give, instead of gaining like 3k, you can give him like, you could go like
Yeah, you
gain
could
5k
change-
DP.
You could change a number. You have that option as one
Yeah,
of
I
your
guess
3
that's
points.
true.
When attacking, double your DP.
Double's
Oh, yeah,
crazy, bro. No, the armors. We all saw the Taskmaster.
Yeah.
These cards cannot be trusted without doubling.
How do we make this dude fire rocket on a piece of cardboard? How do we make him
When
natively
attacking,
fire
cast an
rocket?
option, reduced cost or whatever.
Whoa, that's nuts.
That's insane. Yeah, actually, that
That's
lets
crazy.
you randomly cast Lightning Blade as well, so you can play for board.
An option that lists like
Yeah,
That
armor.
would
no,
list
bro.
armor.
You're describing a galaxy card right now, gentlemen.
Yeah, and
Yeah, when attacking, if the option with armor form and text, very fucking amazing.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
yeah.
I fuck with it because it also means that he can like mask change into Lydramon midway through if you randomly armor textured and then it goes down. Yeah,
That's
fuck
pretty
it.
sweet.
It
Yeah.
lets you swing unsuspended too.
So
Yeah,
we
because it
calling
also
that
lets
one.
we do get to
that's
do the
text
old
again?
thing like that lets you randomly awaken. Get to awakening mid attack. Yeah, fuck X antibody. I am at actually Marcia, you cook.
So it's got two keywords. It's got 2 text changes so far.
And then we.
Do you still want the evolution color?
I
That's
want
a
the
color
evolution
change.
color change.
So
I
that's
think
Okay,
3.
yeah,
so you've
that's
added
modern-
color to
modern.
Evos. Color to Evos. The absolutely crazy end of attack trigger your own armor texture, and Evo mid swing.
well, not
No,
necessarily
no,
Evo.
it's cast. No, it's casting
cast the trigger mid swing.
Yeah, because now my jamming Veemon is about to go crazy because if I push,
it lets you cast a plasma shot as well if you want. Like if it's like casting an option for reduced cost of like 1 or something.
Yeah, you get zero. You get 0 cost of like lightning blade, fire rocket, and you get 3 cost plasma shot, which will kill random chump blockers as well. So you actually do get to hit security. I fuck with it.
Does the Awakening of the Golden Knight say armor form anywhere?
Yeah. It's take one of your Digimon with an armor form, turn it in.
Just triple check.
Yeah, no, it does.
No, cool. I'm into this one. Andrew, you cooked.
Yeah, it's because you know me. I love turning my Flamedramons into Magnamons, and then they made a good Magnamon X antibody. Yeah, I love hitting security.
You doubled down on giving this thing. It's a Swiss Army hammer for Armor Rush. I love it. Congratulations.
Yeah. Bro is a rocket. Like, you are bringing a grenade launcher to a fist fight. He wants to do one thing and one thing only, and that is hit you really hard.
It's like, if you think about it, this is basically pay 2 for 3 damage. it's like Birds level. It's like Birds level damage. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they've always said that armors are a mysterious level. They're technically like 4s that have the power levels of a roundabout ultimates in the Digimon story game. I think this card should be fucked up.
Hey, I love that.
Because he doesn't stay as a 4. A different
one. We've got a couple more here on the patch note party. There are some things to get excited for Digimon time walkers. Dude. How would we make some of the Olympus 12 a little bit more
piercing? Give her piercing. Give her piercing.
Can I throw you a bone? I'm going to start here. I'm going to spoil some of the other stuff. There are some cards here that are also Olympus 12. So I think maybe we could do a really fun Evolves over Olympus 12 in text. That way, because there are some weird things here. Plutomon is not an Olympus 12, but he says Olympus 12 and some stuff, so we could have a little bit like that. I just want Olympus 12 Megazoo.
But like, I don't think this card is like the card for that. Like, if you picked like the Marsmon with Blitz, I think like that card is like really good for.
I think this card's I forget what he's called. Aegiosmon, the like satyr. He's like a little goat man.
Aegiosmon?
Yeah.
He's a level 4 guy, or he's a champion level Digimon. He looks like a little satyr, and he has multiple level 5s, and they typically all turn into Jupitermon, I believe. He doesn't have a card, I don't think.
I don't know why I thought that would work.
But yeah, he's the guy from the trailers and stuff. He's a long-time Olympus. The world is called Homeros, I think it is, or that's the. Am I having a brain for it?
Yeah, I found. I think you mean.
Yeah, this guy, Aegiomon, that's it. Aegiomon has multiple level 5 forms. He's like blue, black, holy, something else. They all show up there under above appearances on your window.
Oh yeah, blue, black.
Yeah. So all of these are like multiple similarly leveled guys. And I thought it could be cool to have these be like, in a world where we have an Olympus 12 deck, these are all of the different like evolutions for Aegiomon. And they would contribute to like the things you can evolve them over. So anyway, that would be all that to say. I think it would be really cool if the Olympus 12 had a evolves over Olympus 12 in text, so that randomly when you play against Olympus 12, you get Sarismon.
So we can do like two versions of the card. We can do like a Argomon version or like a Digizorp version, or we can do like
yeah, like I'm not married to it staying as Digizorption or anything. I just think it would be cool if they.
Oh no, I want to lean into Digizorp.
Yeah. So I'll say for me, I'm looking at Olympus 12 cards. Marcy, what would you change to make it a good green Digizorp card?
So I would say that first it needs piercing. Well, it's just like straight up, it just needs piercing.
So that's a keyword change.
Yeah, keyword change. It gets piercing. I want this to, when attacking, play something out for a reduced cost. So I need to figure out what it can play out that's like that's not like too strong. Or how much it reduces by, right? So it's like, what can I play out and how much I want it to be sort of like Leopard X, or like Leopard, where it just like plays a green Digimon, but I want it to be like a little bit more specific. What?
I was gonna say, what
shaman? No, it's a shaman. I don't want this to be plant vegetation support. I want this to be like Digizorp support / Argomon support.
It's halfway off an Argomon card right now.
How cheap are the Argomon play costs? I was gonna say, what if the play cost was reduced by the level? So if you have any cheap level 3s, they come down for 0.
See,
the
that would
4s, like a
that
5
would be
drop
Argomon
becomes
5 for 3.
So I'm going to say
That's cool.
I want this to play a Digimon that either mention a level 4 or lower Digimon that mentions Digizorp, or so because like one of the Argomons, it has a 6 play cost, but then it Digizorps for -2, the BT2 one. But then the new one that like plays out rhythm has a play cost of 5, but it doesn't have an on play. But then there's also Kiwimon, which is I think like a searcher for the deck, like a searcher that like nobody ever played. It's like reveal top 3, add all Digizorptions among them. So I want this to be able to play out Kiwi.
Quirky, I like it.
Okay.
So it would be like play a Digimon that level 4 lower Argomon, or that mentions Digizorption. So then you have that flexibility because you can also play like the vanilla Argomon as like another target, but you also get to play out your 4. So then that way you can go like Ceresmon. Do I want it as a when attacking or as a when digivolving? It has piercing. Big thing.
Shouldn't it also when digivolve unsuspend?
Yes, last thing. That's perfect. Perfect. Thank you very much. When digivolving and suspend, piercing, and then we'll do when attacking for the sake of like overloading this card with just a bunch of effects.
Just all the things that make an old green card fun.
Yeah, we'll go when attacking, play out a Argomon, a level 4 or lower Digimon with Argomon in its name, or that mentions Digizorption.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because it also means that you get some fun bombos if you have like the 1 of Argomon, then you can like play out a 3 and a 4. A little bit of high roll.
Just see in chat, make it blue and give it when attacking, play a Digimon from sources, and then when it would leave the board, place it underneath. That's a fish?
You're describing
That's a fish card. I think. No, which is cool because this is the Earth Digimons. There's fish on Earth, guys. That's where the fish is.
So the reason why I want it like this is because like I want for you to be able to play out a level 4, then you can Digizorp on top of that, then you can put the Argomon on top of that. So you basically get like 2 stacks out on the turn that you raise, and you get like the Argomon that like pops stuff, and then you get the you get the Argomon that pops stuff as well as the Ceresmon on your first like tempo turn. So you get like 2 level 6s out on your raising turn.
That's pretty cool.
I think the unsuspend is really important because like the piercing does nothing if you go, okay, Digizorp and you evolve for fuck all. I'm honestly shocked that you didn't bring the Digivolution cost down.
No, because it has Digizorp. The card itself has Digizorp.
Yeah, I guess. So it comes down for actually 2. But yeah, it needs to unsuspend. If Bloomlord is coming down for actually nothing and then unsuspending and hitting me for 9, might as well.
This card is already like super overloaded, by the way. This is a 2-cost level 6 that spawns a body and has piercing.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
And unsuspends. So
anything to stop Johnny from resolving Bloomlord Mon.
It's like the Argomon from BT17 that then can place other Argomons from the trash to then like pop something. So you get like Tamer Lockdown as well as like board expansion.
I like it. That's kind of quirky. Really cool. I still think I would still like to see this do some Olympus 12 stuff. The Bacchusmon in the background is kind of quirky.
You guys should design it as an Olympus 12 card though.
I think the thing about this is like it would be cool to see this card like one of the things I like about the Olympus 12 is they're kind of like they all have like little, not like the Royal Knights where they just go wherever they're told. They all have like a domain they run.
Yeah.
And they're like planets, right? Like it's the Roman gods or the planets too, or some of them are the Greek gods, but it's weird. Anyway, it would be cool if I think it should evolve over the Olympus 12 or have that in its or evolve over Olympus 12 in text. I think it should be able to give Digizorption 3. This is a text effect. I think it should be able to give Digizorption 3 2 other Olympus 12. So if you've got Sarismon on the field and you get to make another stack,
Then the rest of them come down cheaper.
Yeah. I think the solar system should share its effects. I think it's cool. And then to segue into the next card I put on this thing,
give me a Polymorph.
I think this Digimon should, when it leaves the battle area, you should be able to play the next Digimon in the solar system. So after Earth comes Mars.
So you want to do it like
Dragon Links.
I was gonna say closer to like Demon Lord. So you know how like the Demon Lords, like if they leave the battle area, then like going to the gate. You want it to be like if this Digimon leaves the battle area, play the next thing.
Yeah, I think basically I had an idea that like you should be able to make an Aegiomon stack for the first one, and then just Dragon Links chain the next ones together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of cool, right?
Considering that one of them is purple, you go calling, and it's like, whoa.
but the last one is purple.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't start a loop. Anyway, I thought it was cool. Also, Marukimon is the first one, so I thought there was something really funny about Maruki being the first one in a chain.
Willingly resolving Marukimon.
Yeah. Anyway, well, Marukimon also in the folder. We're not doing him this week, but we are as the Earth goes into at least my suggestion. We don't have to do Mars right now, Andrew. I just try to be cute. If you have suggestions,
no, I had nothing ready for this one. I like the idea of like it still feeling like a Leopardmon niche for its engine, where it's like reduce the cost, so you can eventually get more and more of the guys to show up.
Yeah. Dude, it's so imagine Sarah. So you give Marsmon Digizorp 3, and then he prints a bunch of memory. So you basically go like +8 for Digivolving.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But you had to pay for 2 level 6s, so it's like a whole thing. Fellas, Marsmon.
He's not that big, honestly.
Yeah, for a raid dude, he has no DP gain. He only had it from inherits on Bearmon and Grizzlymon.
Like, gain 1 for every red tamer you have in play is objectively very funny. But his ass costs 4 to evolve and is 12k. And
yeah,
can I just sort of assume for the Olympus 12 that I'm up on my hype right now, and I would like them to all do their Olympus 12 in text, but I will skip that one for this because I had a funny idea. Wouldn't it be cool if we had on-play Blitz?
It would have to be Rush Blitz, no?
No, because I think there would be a reason to play a card that would give something Rush. So like he's a vaccine. This is an Akiho target.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I see.
So that would be both a Birds Beasts buff plus an Olympus 12 thing. Kind of cool, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Huh?
So that's my hypothetical first change, is give him on-play powers so that you can use it with Akiho.
Blitz, Raid, Piercing?
Piercing as a keyword is a cool second change, so that's 2 keyword changes.
And I think you just have to make him bigger.
You just gotta make him bigger.
You either have to make him bigger, or you do the
15k DP.
When an attack target changes, gain 4,000 DP.
That, or for like gain 1 memory and 2,000 DP for every red tamer.
Sorry, 2,000 for every red tamer.
Yeah, I mean you're already gaining a memory back.
Yeah, I love it.
Because imagine hypothetical scenario when you get your bullshit play out a free Marsmon. He comes down with on play, Akiho gives rush, you blitz, raid, gains however much back, fucking absolutely one taps an overflow body, and you gain turn back.
I like
and
that.
He's unsuspended. His effect is currently once per turn.
I was gonna say we could take the once per turn away. We could make him the fighting man.
he squares up against everybody on
Blackboard Greymon. We were just like, I attacked the biggest guy, I unsuspend. He could do that.
I kind of fuck with that. Actually.
That's kind of sick, right?
That is the God of War.
I fucks with it.
That is the God of War. Okay, yeah, we need to. Yeah, fuck that. Actually, yeah, you're right. Raid.
So
blitz,
that's a keyword change. So on play is a keyword change. Remove the once per turn is a keyword change. Just a bunch of DP.
Yeah. But what if? Wait, if we didn't give him the on play. What?
Why not give a Digimon overflow? We could make aces. That's a change I think we could do. So like we could make something an ace and give it corresponding overflow for its level.
Yeah.
Which one would you have as the ace?
I don't think he needs to be an ace. I'm just saying like we've got some folks in chat talking about like maybe we could give things overflow. He doesn't have to give a Digimon overflow. That would be maybe nuts.
That's like better Palmon.
Yeah, it's Wargile X, it's Palmon, it's very funny. But yeah, we could make things aces, which I think is cool.
Yeah, that's actually a really cool idea.
That's a keyword.
I think it comes with both, because you like, if you're making it an ace, you automatically obviously get to change its play cost and give it overflow in one thing.
Yeah.
The other thing I could say is, if we're trying to make him like the machine killer fucking Blackwall Gray, if we get rid of his on play and we just have blitz, raid, non-once per turn, and we make him bigger. What if we also gave him barrier? What if he was just like a just in case things went wrong?
I mean, shit, man. Veemon, the red Veemon can't die in battle.
Oh yeah, can't die in battle.
Yeah, why don't we just give him can't die in battle? Like, he's the god of war.
Yeah.
What if he's just the best fighting Digimon there's ever been?
He doesn't even do security. He just wants to fight. Like, he doesn't give a shit about any of that.
He full clears a board, but won't hit your security. What's the There's a Hearthstone card that I'm thinking of. Oh my god, I haven't thought about Hearthstone in a minute. There's a dinosaur, Swamp King. Marcio, help me out. Swamp King something. He's a dinosaur and hunter, and it's like when he comes down, he fights everything on your opponent's board.
I haven't played Modern.
Swamp King Dread. Yes, Swamp King Dread in Digimon, where when digivolving or like on play or something, he literally goes to fight your opponent's Digimon once everything. Like, he fights them all one at a time.
Wait,
and he does not die. Instead
of rage, should he just have collision then? Like the fucking new Cybergermon does, where it's just like, fight. He comes down, he just goes, everyone.
I still think he should have raid, because that's red flavor, but then he fights from the top down, because he's always fighting the strongest soldier your opponent has.
He's like, oh, I'm weaker anyways, unsuspend, gain DP. He's just
that's what I mean.
Like 10th guy, he's just fucking massive.
Yeah, he's just boom, boom. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, I like the idea that we made the God of War. That's pretty tight.
That's so funny.
I love it.
Yeah, heck yeah, that's Marsmon. There's 2 more left on this week's patch notes party, which is good because we're making good time here, gang.
Oh, this is a security control card. We've been bullying security control with every single one of these.
Let's bully them harder.
Well, does it need to be a security control card, fellas? Could it be an Omnimon card?
It can do that.
End of attack, put this into security.
Black keyword, black evolution box, 2 over an Omnimon.
Sure, we'll do that. Then we'll do the end of attack. If there's an Omnimon under this, it goes to the top of your security face up.
That's sick.
What if? Does it have to have an Omnimon underneath it?
Like in Veemon.
Yeah, but like
literally in Veemon.
So like you have to put this as the top of your security. Yeah. Sorry, the top of your stack. You have to swing with this. So it's like the most like vanilla ass thing ever. Like, you're not winning the game off of this, and simply you're buying yourself a turn by putting this on the top of your security. This card is for you to like stall for a turn. I want this to be like BT17 Omni.
Could we make it the bottom security like in Veemon is, so that if you're not losing right there on the spot, you get to bring him back? Because like in the game he just shows up all the time. He's like once or twice in a chapter of Digimon Next Order. His work defeat is just like, hey, I'm back.
I could see that.
He just shows up.
Do you think he needs an on-play?
No. Listen, I had an idea for an on-play, but when I was making this list, I thought
on-play will be like play Garuru and War Greymon or something from the sources of something else. He would like degenerate like the sources from your current Omni at the end of your opponent's turn, and then you get the on plays of those guys.
Yeah, I actually, my first draft of this card, I wanted to give it partition for Wargreymon and Metal Garurumon.
No, because then you have to make this a DNA guy.
No, you don't. You could just put it over Omnimon.
Oh, so he just has partition, but he doesn't DNA.
Yeah.
So if you evolve him over the Omnimon, that's funny.
I mean, that's what Alphamon players do right now. You guys haven't seen that? They go like Doru Greymon BT13, they pick up the other level 6, and then they make Volder Arm, and then it partitions out 2 6s. It's very funny. I don't know. I thought that could be cool.
I actually do like the idea of
clear all delay options.
No,
not all.
No,
not all, but an on play that does do it, because then it's like he has an on delay. No, like not just like one. Like give it
No,
like a
that's
Justimon one.
Justimon's thing. No,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
Okay, well
That's
he's
also
black. He's a
Lisamon's
black.
thing.
He's like a black coded
He's
level
not.
7.
He's white. He's
Okay.
clearly white.
Well, one of my changes is I'm making him black.
Making
Making him
it black
searchable off of
purple?
a boost. No, the purple players
hates the
deserve
purple
nothing.
players.
They deserve nothing.
This is like when your problematic young brother just like says the N-word in a place where he's not supposed to. He's
Look, well,
just,
you
like,
cannot say
code-switching.
that on Fortnite. You can't say that on Fortnite, dude.
Yeah, but that's when the Fortnite chat is security. So when he puts himself in security, he's gonna be there, and then he's gonna thank his battle bus driver by deleting someone's delay option as his on play. Because then he has a when digivolving, on deletion, and an on play, and he has 3 things you have to think about.
Okay, sure. That's very messed up. Listen. As long as you'll let me have it going over Omnimons, I'll keep it. I'm fine.
Okay,
with
we'll
that.
do one of each, right? We'll have Andrew's fucking bullshit effect that's just like culture appropriating my fucking deck.
Yeah.
We'll have Tom's DNA thing and evolution
Omnimon support, yeah.
and then I'll put this guy into security because like at least like you get to heal 1 and guarantee the security effect.
Yeah, it means if second players are also putting Omnimon stuff, they are still getting their security go up effect.
Yeah.
When I originally conceived of Patch Note Party, I didn't even mention this when we were doing sound check. I kind of thought we'd do this with the little sticky note thing out on the side, like we usually do for Boko.
No, I'm actually gonna put
this
some
is
extra.
way funnier.
I'm gonna put
This
some
is
extra
way
effort in,
better.
and I'm gonna like fucking poorly Photoshop on all of the things we're putting in. So like when the Ceresmon, there's gonna be one on one side. It's like Marcio's version, and then mine and Tom's version.
This is some real Manchester Digimon lore, but the real ones remember Candlemon or Yukon. We could just literally clip and Candle post in their effects.
Dude.
Candlemon's not on here, by the way. I thought about doing it, but it wasn't
Okay, that'd be so,
Yeah.
that would be the joke.
it felt like a too narrowcast joke. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
each of our game shows just slowly need all of their mascots, and I think Candlemon or Ryukin just there with the little paintbrush. That's perfect.
Well, we could call it the Patch Note painting, and it's Candlemon right there.
I like Patch Note Party. I think
I
it's
do like
a good
Patch Note
name.
Party because
All
it
right,
does
cool.
turn
I'm
into a
glad
Patch
Patch Note
Fiesta.
Party. Chat, if you're seeing this maybe on YouTube, if Andrew makes this an upload for God's sake, let us know what you think of Patch Note Party because we changed the name of the podcast at one point, so we can do it anything. We've got one last card, guys. I laughed at this card when I was looking for bad cards that I thought could be playable. This card hit me like a truck.
Oh, you are
my,
such
that's
an
terrible.
asshole.
Why
None
is
of
this
us
here?
like this deck. None of us. This card is so sick because it does something that I don't think Machine Dramon wants any of. It technically will evolve over Machine Dramon, so maybe we can just assume that's like the black rule box text, and we'll call that one a freebie.
Yeah.
Because that's essentially what that is. This when Digivolving is an AoE board clear for Machine Dramon. I have no idea why they would make this. It did not need AoE to fix this card. Machine Dramon, so EX1 Machine Dramon comes out. It mogs yellow. Yellow can't play anymore. And then they were like, you know what this deck needs? This deck needs to pop.
Rookie Rush, bro.
Yeah, this has to clear Rookie Rush.
And then they printed the hybrids this set, so the Rookie Rushes were Tamers. Anyway, Chaos Drummon. It's unfixable, right? Wrong.
No. Okay.
Guys, I've got it. Are you ready?
Sure.
Digicross. Machine Dramon, 5 level 5s. And it's cost -2.
So that would come down for 2 costs.
6. That's a total of 12 reduction, which would make this a 0 cost Digicross.
No, why?
But it's not protected.
It's not protected,
but-
and it has
And
no
it's
on
no
play.
on-play. What do you think?
Sure.
It's-
Okay,
it's-
all from hand. All from hand.
No. The next change is rule text. You can Digicross 2 from trash.
No. All from hand. Like, trust me. All from hand. Because
Spends the entire game. We have to try and help this deck, right?
no, we don't. We don't.
Okay, do you want me to maybe we just give up on Machine and we make this an SOC card? What do we think?
SOC, a
with,
deck that's really
5
struggling from
SOCs.
pieces.
A red SOC, by the way.
Yeah, red SOC and the Digicrosses with 5 pieces in hand.
Okay, no. We're not doing Chaos Shramon.
Okay, fine.
Wait, he's Chaos Shramon, but he can't end a Mind Link, and then that's the flavor thing that we always talk about. So he eats your Tamer forever. You can't get it back.
Okay.
Spoilers for Digimon Seekers. That's what happens.
Let me think. What can you actually?
I'm serious. I think if this card could Digicross for 0 for nothing, I think it would be okay in current Digimon.
This should. I like the idea of like giving it an end of turn attack. Like you can.
And what, like
It's
end of turn? This thing
12K.
gains rush and may attack.
It can attack without suspending.
It gets oh my god! It gets machine overclock.
Yeah, like machine.
Cyborg machine overclock.
Wait, can I make the machine players like force them to play the Haguru X? So it's like end of turn, you can kill one of your
Pop a
Kohaguru
token or a thingy, yeah.
like pop a token or a
Chaos Never
level.
Mind Links? No, but Black Agumon, what's his name? I don't remember the Harry's in chat. Harry, what's Kosuke's wife called? she never leaves the Chaosdramon. Anyway, yeah.
I want this to pop one of your that's it. Pop analog to swing without unsuspending. You want damage, you have to give up defense.
No, make them suspend it so it like you have to pick between offense and defense. Pop is insane. We already have a BT11 BT11 machine's bad for, you know, being able to like get rid of an analog. Like,
yeah,
just suspend it.
Okay, fine. You can suspend analog to swing without attacking without having to suspend. So it means that you can either keep your blocker if you don't have reboot, or you can like swing with reboot and then swing again, and then on the opponent's turn you reboot to block.
I like that.
The name is Saya.
The Agumon has her soul, not this. Never mind, I remembered it. Anyway, that's the lore heads happy.
Yeah, did you hear any of that, Tom?
No, I was Googling. What are we doing? Run me back. Are we Digicrossing for 0?
No. This is like a separate thing. It will be like an end of turn by suspending one of your analog tamers.
Okay.
You can swing without suspending. Yeah.
So it's like an offensive version of Analog Man.
Yeah, so you get to
pick. It's red.
Yeah.
So the way Andrew described it was like you have to choose between attacking or like not attacking, and you can like suspend the analog to swing with this, and then if you've managed to give it like reboot blocker, then you get to reboot block on the opponent's turn.
Okay.
I'm not giving it rush. I don't.
We're back to digivolving. You make your machine first, and then you can turn your machine red.
Do we just? Can I just ask a question?
This is a based version of the EX3 Chaos. The EX3 Chaos is like super cringe. This one is based.
Are we going to give it Chaosdramon protection? Or are we going to make you use Chaosdramon X to get protected?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I like this.
It's a red
what are
card.
the changes so far? It has analog tamer synergy. That's a your turn effect?
Yeah, like
so that's a keyword and a text effect.
No. It's like end of your turn.
Okay, so that's
it's like okay. So do you know how arrestor superior mode attacks?
Yeah, just like Omnimon too.
Yeah.
Right, just like Omnimon. So it would be that, but the cost is you have to suspend one of your analog tamers.
I like it. It's kind of quirky. Yeah. I think it's also a little bit more interesting than Overclock with machines and cyborgs.
Yeah.
Because like Overclock would still let you do like the Hagurumon thing you were talking about, because Overclock always can pop a token.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a little bit more interesting because it makes you use the tamers.
Yeah.
So we're not keeping it as an SOC Digimon. We're not giving it the Digicross.
You guys can do whatever. I just want this to be like a red card at heart and like push damage.
I don't want to give it Digicross, but I am willing to give it Rulebox Composite.
What if? How dare you? First of all, what if this was the first card in this deck where it natively burns the security when it fights something without needing to inherit?
I was going to say something like that. I was going to say like for every 5 like sources or whatever, this burns 1.
We did a bad job of remembering that the context needed to be explained for these cards. By the way, we're making it for machine Dramon.
We're making it. We're just making it not cringe. We're just making it not cringe.
I want machine to have a chaos that isn't the cringe EX3 chaos. That's like pick up 3 sources and then DTG evolve. It's like no, that's boring.
And then be protected again. Smile.
And then more protection. It's
like let the red card be
aggro. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 changes.
Yeah, like Garnet exists as well. We don't even have to go, they're gonna bot deck it off of their black memory boost.
They're not playing black memory boost.
Yeah, they are.
half of them are playing purple eggs in Ukomon.
Okay,
what
yeah,
are
I
we
mean-
talking about?
Yeah, okay. We'll put them on Garnet Memory Boost. Let them play some real Digimon for a bit.
This is so funny. Yeah.
We hate Machine
No,
Digimon because
guys,
it
I
doesn't have
can't.
cards like this.
I'm gonna have to insist. I think it needs to Digicross for 0. I think it's really funny.
Yeah.
That's
I think it does have to do it from trash, though. I think it really does have to do it from trash, even if you have to suspend a tamer.
really.
Yeah,
You
because
think that's crazy. That's insane.
I think you do. I think
I'm trying to make it playable.
yeah, no, I think you do have to play it from trash. Because think about it this way: Analog Man is pitch 1, draw 1, and Marvin is pitch 1, gain 1. Like, but all of the tamers that are supposed to synergize with Machine Dramon are negging you from hand. So how the fuck are you supposed to have 6 cards in hand to make
You
your...
mulligan for it.
Oh, wait. I got it. We can make this like a Dex Chaos Dramon effect. So, like, you know how, like, Dex, Daruga, Dorugor, and Dorugray, like, it's like, oh, if this Digimon would, like,
Marcio.
be deleted, it evolves from the trash?
Marcio, if I hit a Machine Dramon 6 times, get through all of its protection, and then it goes,
And then it
actually,
welcome to
and
level 2.
evolves into a Chaos Dramon, I'm reaching over the table. I'm killing
like,
someone.
But it's not, it doesn't have protection. It just happens to, they just get to keep it. And then it's a worse machine because it's now a machine without protection.
Yeah, but then when you put the Chaos X on
Jake
top of
Holt
it...
suggesting it should have security attack for all its
Oh,
sources.
okay. We can just make it so that's like, wait,
That-
sorry, what was that?
That's just bad Dorvic.
Plus 1 second attack for every 2 sources. This is
No.
literally bad Apollomon.
Yeah,
so
no,
funny.
no, you can make it so that like this Digimon cannot evolve.
What?
So then they can go into Chaos X. Like if you were to do it
We're trying to make it playable.
No, I'm making this deliberately. I'm making this
He is nerfing the patch note party. You're like,
Yeah.
this. Marcio gets up in the morning. He's like, BT717 Chaos Dramon made me really mad today, and I think it's a little too good right now.
Marcio's the guy that gets invited to the party. He's like, oh, everyone's bringing some stuff, so I brought the gluten-free, milk-free, egg-free
Marcio
soda.
brought nails. Marcio brought nails.
You guys want some rubber bands? I've been snacking on these recently. They have a really nice texture.
This is old cigarette butts. Dig in. Oh my god. No, you
Okay,
can't.
no, I won't cook. I won't cook. Fine. I'm uncooking. I'll keep the suspending the analog for damage. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Guys, I really liked the security attack. Can we just give it like I stick eyes on the prize. It Digicrosses for 0. It's very
Okay, fine.
funny.
We each get one thing. So I get to attack.
That was kind of the appeal.
Okay, I get to attack. You get to Digicross. Andrew, what do you want on this card?
Go on, Andrew. No pressure.
Fuck them. They can't have rush. Composite tag.
Okay, there we go.
Composite
Guys,
tag.
we've still made a bad card.
Yeah, but at least this bad card is now searchable with the new Millennium on stuff. Because it searches composite and that, so it's still searchable.
Does the new Nene let you do it from trash? Would
Yes,
this
with
make
composites.
Nene? Yeah, he literally just. Oh damn it! I knew. This is why we have to be clear about what deck it's for. Because Andrew's like, I want it. That's not.
No,
what we're doing.
I don't want it. I just think that if we're not gonna let you Digicross from trash, you should at least maybe go neg 4 from hand instead of neg 6.
Why don't we just make it Digicross from trash?
I don't want the machine place to have anything, if I'm being real.
Right, but right now we're not misplay for game. We are the patch note party.
We are
We are
Kohei.
walking in.
I'm already giving them like an attack without. I'm already giving them the ability to swing the machine, evolve into this, swing again, and then on my turn they reboot block. I'm being pretty fucking nice to these machine players.
I've just had the funniest coked up idea I've ever had. By the way, I can tell my meds have just worn off. What if you know how Phoenix X has end of attack, activate all my on deletes?
Oh my.
What if this thing is end of attack, activate all your once per turn, your turns again? So it's like it burns 3 security with a rapid X inherit, or sorry, rapid mon inherit, and then end of attack, it does it again. And that way, that gives you that means your opponent has to play on board. You get to ignore when they don't give you a thing to swing over.
This is Andrew's call. Me and you already picked a thing each.
I do.
Yeah, I would rather
it
be kind of mid and Digicross for 0. I think it's really funny.
Digicross makes trash random.
Red and purple.
Okay, this is like a completely different card. We already have.
Listen, we gotta do something. It's not good.
Do not get distracted by the chatters, okay? They want.
No, but like
this is not their party.
This is where chat is. This is what they're for. You guys, listen. Can I get the me cam? Chat, you've been invited to the party, but we're gonna need your help for these. This was the beta test week where I tried to bring in cards that I thought the three of us would like. You should see the other stuff in the folder. They're unplayably bad. All right, get rid of it. Why'd you put the timer on me? Oh, is that what it's like being on MemGage? I don't like being on MemGage.
Why don't you give this like a fun keyword?
Holy crap, twice per turn is objectively the funniest keyword we could do.
Twice per turn is really funny.
Twice per turn is so funny. Twice per turn Digicross.
What does that mean?
It Digicrosses with the like your opponent's deck. Like you Digicross with like the top 3 cards out of your opponent's deck.
That's like, dude. Wait a minute.
Wait
a minute, Marcio.
That was a joke.
Wait, everyone shut up. I've had a terrible idea. It's Nibiru.
Oh, if the opponent like
if your opponent goes too wide, Chaos Dramon comes down and eats all your stuff.
No. If the opponent evolved more than like
Super Poly Nibiru.
It's like if the opponent evolved more than like 3 times, you just get to like drop this asshole.
We've done it. We've made it a hand trap.
Digimon's first hand trap.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
That one's done. We're never gonna come up with a better thing.
Nah, it's my party,
dude.
You didn't bring Funyuns.
No protection. It has no protection. It gets no sources because we didn't give it the on play, and it has the Digicross.
Still lose to Medieval.
That's so funny.
It wouldn't have an on play. It wouldn't have turn player prio. It would get bodied.
Dude, it also like it doesn't. We haven't given it any on play effect. So even if it just Nibiru's, it doesn't.
Okay. It is super. How do we make Super Poly Nibiru into Digimon keywords?
No, you
counter timing.
Okay, you do like what you do is you do like Levia X, but like you do like the Levia X, like in the trash. If the opponent did X thing, you get to evolve into this.
Trash? Okay, a trash effect is a good keyword for that. I'm gonna take it seriously. I'm gonna lock in because we are entertainers right now, gentlemen.
It's like if the
it
opponent
has a trash effect.
Okay.
And the trash effect is if your opponent plays or digivolves 5 times in a turn.
Yeah.
Play it out. So that's its trash. So that's a keyword and a text change. What's its on play? It digicrosses with your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon.
All of them?
It's a fucking kaiju. That's horrendous.
Or like one thing. It digicrosses with one of the opponents.
No, I want it to be Nibiru. I want to make it really bad.
The thing that
the trash effect, this stays in the trash. Yeah, so does this card, but we'll come back to that. No, card effect, this trash effect, get this out of your discard pile, walk over to a trash can.
It should do up to 3. Like some machines are like up to 3.
Guys, when was the last time Machine Dramon won a regional? Has it ever won a regional? I know it
got second, I think. That's
okay.
The highest.
Would Machine Dramon go from, if nothing changes on the ban list that's coming after unification, they've received no new cards, because right now they're getting Alliance from Metal Greymon.
No, they're literally got teased like 5 pieces.
Yeah, they are.
Oh yeah, yeah. But that's because that's the Digimon VPET set. Like it's supposed, people want nostalgia support for toys. If this deck, nothing changes to this deck, but they have one bad archetypally searchable Nibiru that is revealed in trash before it activates, does Machine Dramon even become tier 2?
It would become like Rogue for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I think we've created a balanced card, gentlemen. So Marcio's giving it a trash effect. I'm giving it Digicross into your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon.
Up to 3 of them.
How many?
3.
Up to 3 of them.
I think 3 is reasonable.
Why are you guys throwing? Listen, fellas, why are you putting why are you trying to pull the handbrake on me here? I
would do 1, honestly. I think like Digicross.
You think one? One does not even stop a combo deck.
But I guess you get to yoink an important piece.
Yeah, and
Assuming they haven't just hidden it away in something level 5 or 6 or higher. Listen, oh my god, please.
You can make it an interruptive effect. We're like, okay, so you know how like Tau Loop, they'll go like Kuzuha effect, play out Tau? You could like interruptive effect.
You're right, Jake. That is an excellent point. Because it's my show, if you do the Nibiru effect, you burn 3 of your own security. And you pop 2 tamers. All right, we're good.
2 tamers non-specific. I can't wait for the machine players to start running Nene Amano. double.
It's a composite.
Double Jack Ray. Double Jack Ray.
Oh, there's no way to make this card good, guys. We're trying to make Nibiru and it's still bad. Shit. What did you say before Marcio? Suspend an analog tamer. Guys, I would like to say maybe for every time we do a patch note party, 1 card gets put in the shredder. What do we think? Unpatchable.
Is this card No, because I don't think this card is unpatchable. If we like look at it at the fact that it's like a mono red aggression card, like you stabilize with machine, and now you want to like deal damage to the opponent. So it's like give it a way to attack.
Okay, fine.
It's like you make it being able to attack like a Restra or Omni X.
Or like Omni X,
Yeah, at the end of your turn by suspending an analog tamer. Then
so that's
you
keyword,
decide,
and that's text.
Yeah. Well, no, it's
like that.
It's like a text block. It's like end of your
because you can't make
turn.
an effect with no keyword. Like you couldn't just go. Like it would have to be an end of attack.
But it's not like we're adding text to a thing it already has.
Yeah, but
right?
like
we're giving it a new trigger.
Yeah, you're making a new effect.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so that's like one change. Then you decide what range you want this to kill from. So it's like, do you want it to be like for every 5 machine pieces, burn 1?
You want it to burn security? I'm back. I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
That's not the way I thought we were going with this, because it's a red card.
Bro, I thought we were going to the end screen of the podcast and I could say Baba Booey. That's what I thought this was doing.
No, I feel that
okay, Marcio's right. We need to make it end the game.
The best way to not be in a machine game state is to get out of there, whether that is getting 2-0'd or
okay, I have an idea. We can steal flavor from the other Machine Dramon deck, which is Millenniumon. So you know how Moon burns tamer or kills tamers, then burns security? This thing could, for all of its sources, pop a tamer, then burn a security.
For every 5.
For every 5. So that way it burns your opponent's security and kills their tamers.
Or it's like for every source in this, increase the play cost of the tamer it can pop. So if you've got like a shitty little
level
idiot.
5 or higher machine sources.
Yeah,
I don't think we could let it we shouldn't like encourage Raremon again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so that's a text keyword. Text.
There's just 2 effects. Like we just made 2 effects.
So it's 2 texts. Andrew, give it a funny keyword.
I mean, they've already got inherit collision.
Barrier.
No.
That is a funny keyword.
What if we just fortitude it? We've given up on Digicross. What if, like, if something bad happens to it, you just get a vanilla Chaos Dramon? You just
Fortitude is so funny because it still loses to Blue Source Strip. It still loses to Paladin mode.
You could give it Evade.
Oh yeah, because we're swinging unsuspended. We're swinging unsuspended.
Red.
Yeah, but
yeah, you can swing unsuspended if you want.
Examon's red, and he has Evade.
He's all the other colors too.
Yeah, he's also all the other colors.
Oh man. No, there are no red keywords that would make me like this card.
Yeah.
No, Evade. Trust. So
I think Evade is a really funny
and we're giving it Evade.
I don't know, man. Like
the Evade is actually really cute as well because if you swing into a body and crash, you to get your burn, you just need to survive. So you just go. If you just have to survive, so that incentivizes.
If something has Fortitude and Digicross, what happens?
You get to Digicross on the
infinite
replay.
loop.
No. Kind of funny.
No, machine go to the time already. They cannot make one machine stack.
Yeah, like an infinite loop. You'd always just go like, oh yeah, I'll Digicross for 1, and then you go, oh fuck, I'll remove it again.
Funny.
And then you go, all right, Fortitude, and then like on play Digicross again for 1, and it would just like never leave.
Yeah, that's how
honestly,
Millenniumon works.
But it would be a bad version of the deck, right? Like I think it's
you'd have to make it. This card can't evolve. This card can't attack. If you want to have like an infinite, like Digicrossing Fortitude asshole that just like sits there and not do it.
And when Digivolving on play, delete a tamer, burn a security. What do we think? Infinite Digicross, infinite Fortitude.
No.
On play, when Digivolving, kill a tamer,
Shut
burn a
up.
security.
We're ending the fucking show. Shut up.
Thank you, everybody, for coming to my patch note party.
I tried so hard.
Some of them are not gonna be winners. Some of them, I hate to say it. Now that we're out of the section, guys, I think I let us down as a team there. I think I started to just think of funny things instead of taking my job as a patch note doctor very seriously. So I apologize.
You're using a medical license.
It was TCG medical mispractice.
You wanted to make sure people had a really good time at your party. You gave everybody Xanax.
Bro showed up with the morphine he got from the
I had
cabinet.
a bunch of guests. That everyone else, all the other cards on that list had a real party, and that card had an intervention.
A funeral, honestly.
Well, yeah.
Hey, let us know in the comments if you thought it was cool that we almost made a bad Super Poly Nibiru.
Yeah. What?
I think the Digimon TCG community would welcome that with open arms, and no one would have any bad things to say.
Hoang would go to Worlds and he'd be like, yeah, guys, so I don't know why they designed this.
He chaos-ed me.
It would be like Infinity and Hoang just like hanging out at Worlds. It's like, yeah, man, I don't know why they gave us this.
Okay. What do we think of Patch Note Party?
I think Patch Note Party is going to be a really fun addition. If you want to submit stuff, come to the Discord, become a member, so that way the chat messages don't get lost as well, or drop them in the comments of the YouTube video where I will be putting this in. It was nice to have a game show that didn't bleed people dry of their channel points. But
we don't have to put that one on YouTube though. The Chaos Tremon at the end.
No, the Chaos Tremon is going to waste a lot of my time.
I'm going to go to Amsterdam and they'll drown me.